My childhood bully offered to be my surrogate to make up for everything. Kayla had tormented me from 6th grade through graduation, spreading rumors, dumping milk on my head, and telling every boy who showed interest in me that I had herpes. 15 years later, when she messaged me saying she'd changed, done therapy, and wanted to make things right, I almost blocked her. She kept messaging week after week, again and again, until she learned through mutual friends that I couldn't have kids, that my husband Ryan and I had been searching for a surrogate for 2 years. She texted me for the 46th time saying she was healthy and had 2 easy pregnancies. I said no. Ryan said maybe we should consider it. We fought for a month. Agencies had waitlists 3 years long, and Kayla was right there, willing and healthy. I finally said yes. We met her at a cafe to discuss everything. She showed up early and bought my coffee before I arrived. She cried when I told her we wanted to move forward, saying she didn't deserve this chance but wouldn't let us down. The pregnancy was perfect. Kayla came to every appointment, sent ultrasound photos with heart emojis, and called me crying when she felt the first kick. She said our daughter was strong, just like me. Ryan adored her and said we were lucky to have found someone so selfless, but I couldn't shake a feeling that every kind gesture was a setup. My therapist said I was projecting, that I needed to let go of the past. Ryan said I was being unfair, that Kayla had done nothing but love us. I tried to believe them. Then the birth happened. 36 hours of labor. I held Kayla's hand through all of it and cried when I heard my daughter's first scream. The nurse placed the baby on Kayla's chest for skin to skin, standard procedure to help recovery. I waited to hold her, smiling and reaching out my arms. Kayla smiled back and said she was beautiful. I nodded and asked to hold her. She shook her head and said not yet. I laughed nervously and told her to give me my daughter. She said, "She's not your daughter." The room tilted. Kayla said she and Ryan had been together for 7 months and that he signed the papers last week. "She's mine," she said. "Legally." I looked at Ryan. He wouldn't meet my eyes. He whispered, "I'm sorry," and said he loved her, that he'd loved her since high school, before me, before everything. Kayla stroked my daughter's head and said she wanted to make things right, just not for me. I couldn't breathe. I walked out, down the hallway, past the nurse's station, and into the parking lot. I drove to my dad's house, the only place that felt safe. I collapsed on the kitchen floor and told him everything, every word, every detail. He listened, kissed my forehead, told me to sleep, and tucked me into my old bedroom. Then he grabbed his keys and left. I called him through the night, and he kept telling me to rest and that he was okay, but I had no idea where he was or what he was doing. Quick question for you. What would you do if a childhood bully asked to be your surrogate and then dropped a bomb like this at the hospital? Tell me in the comments how you'd handle trust, forgiveness, and red flags in a situation like this because I want to hear your take. I woke up 8 hours later to the sound of crying, a baby's cry. I ran downstairs. My dad stood in the living room holding a blanket, and inside it was my daughter, crying and beautiful. He said, "She's your daughter. Take care of her." He handed her to me, kissed my forehead, and went to make coffee like nothing had happened. I held my daughter for the first time and didn't ask any more questions. 3 days later, I was feeding her while watching the news when the anchor announced a major drug bust. 2 local residents had been arrested. Ryan Fields and Kayla Samuels were found in possession of 5 pounds of cocoa and faced up to 30 years in federal prison. Their mugshots filled the screen. Ryan looked broken. Kayla looked furious. I stared at the TV, then at my dad, and thought about all the years he spent as a cop. Then I asked myself the question that still keeps me up at night. Did my dad plant 5 pounds of cocoa? If this story hit you like a truck and you want more wild true life twists, make sure to subscribe for the next episode of this roller coaster. Because sometimes the people you think have changed are the ones who can still wreck your world, and sometimes the only person you can trust is the one who taught you what justice looks like.